Okay, I don't want any of that.
We all start somewhere, folks.
Red squares are power-up items. Power-up items. If you get enough of them, you'll get more shots. It is a laptop.
Alright, so after seeing me and after seeing this fine young gentleman play this, I think we all want to see some more bullets, right? Let's flood the screen. Alright. We have here replay by, the name of the replay is GMK. I forget who it is within the community, but it is someone fairly well known. This person goes through Lunatic, which is the hardest difficulty. Stage 6, the last stage of the game. Does not bomb, does not die. So it's basically a perfect run of the hardest stage on the hardest difficulty. And there's some really neat visuals in this fight. The final boss is not the most difficult final boss in the series, but there's some really neat visuals in this fight.
Yeah, there's no way you could have attracted any followers other than black and stuff like that.
One thing that irks me about this series is that all the stage 6 themes, the regular stage theme, like what you're hearing me talk over right now, they're all So it's like, give us more of this. But no, because the stage never lasts very long.
Yeah, I mean, the last stage is more about the final boss fight.
Sixth stage really only exists because you can't have a boss without a stage. It just doesn't have to be very long.
Now comes my favorite part.
I have no idea how anyone on the planet can read this. My eyes always completely atrophy while trying those non-cards. I think of someone way back in the day said it best when they coined the phrase, the bullets are shooting bullets. This card is hard to read for different reasons entirely unrelated to basically every other card in the series. The screen is really hard to look at, never mind parse what's going on.
I don't know how he does this either.
This battle is notable for being the first battle in the entire series where dialogue mid-battle, like you see how they're talking while the battle's going on. I think it might also be the first one where previous bosses were summoned in the middle of the fight, at least amongst non-extra stages. How do you read this? I mean, really? I remember when I watched the screenplay for the first time, I saw this and went, why did I never think through this card this way?
Yeah, Zoom really challenges you not to stay at the bottom of the screen in a lot of different ways. I mean, that's one of the reasons why the point of collection is probably at the top of the screen.
Thanks for the reason. has 10 desires, which we'll now talk a little bit about as well. Now that you've seen all the interesting stuff, you can hear about all the boring stuff. Yay!
Yay, boy.
Right, so this is the 13th Touhou game released back in 2012. It was in a really weird stretch where there was like Touhou 10 and 13, Touhou 13 between the two of them. There were like 8 games released in the series because math is hard, I guess. The idea behind the story of the game is that mysterious divine spirits have started appearing in the temple graveyard, the temple that had been introduced in the previous game, of which Byakuren is the leader. And the characters, Reimu, Marisa, Yomu, Sanai, here to investigate but really wreak havoc, because that's what you do when you're a lead in this series. Is you just go around and beat things up. And if the incident gets solved along the way, so much the better. Turns out, under the Myonin Temple, there is a mausoleum. The denizens are historical figures from the Asuka period. Toyosato Mimi no Miko, who the Stage 6 boss was, is the more or less reincarnation of Shotoku Taishi from the Asuka period. And a couple of the followers, you saw the girl in green and the girl in white that appeared in the middle of the fight. They are also